leaked opinion draft shows Supreme Court plans to overturn Roe versus Wade. Watch this.
What is your initial reaction to this?
My initial reaction is that it's stunning on so many levels. First of all, just for what's happening in America, we're talking about 50 years of precedent that it appears now will definitely be thrown out the window. The Chief Justice of the United States was already concerned about the integrity of the court and public opinion of the court in this moment as abortion rights are being dissolved nationwide, appear to be being dissolved nationwide. And frankly, a lot of what's in this opinion does jibe with what I'd been hearing myself in my reporting, although I want to make clear that we have not authenticated this document ourselves, but we know that a lot of it rings true with what we've been told already. But to have it come out this way, to have this first draft, and it's typically it's one of many drafts that will be amended through the next couple weeks, but it looks like it's about to sail through at least 5 justices, probably just 5 justices, ready to overturn Roe v. Wade.
The first draft of an opinion on a future ruling by Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito leaked this week, shocking the nation. The opinion seems to indicate that the Supreme Court plans to overturn Roe versus Wade, effectively banning legal abortions in the U.S. Many fear this opens the door for the conservative-controlled Supreme Court to move against other legal precedents. Next, like Obergefell versus Hodges, the case that made marriage between same-sex couples legal nationwide, Ohio Rep. Tim Ryan said, quote, "Control of the Senate has never been more important. It's time to end the filibuster, pass the Women's Health Protection Act, and fight like hell to make sure all Ohio families are free to make these critical decisions without interference from politicians in Columbus or Washington," end quote.
I'm not surprised by any of this. I mean, except for the timing, the way it came out. This is notoriously a secretive branch of government, and until they have a decision that they release, you just don't see this. So that's what stunned me, not what's particularly in it. And the GOPs, this is reinforcing, are no fans of privacy.
No.
You know, once you it took 50 years to gut the 14th Amendment. It will take much less time as we go forward for other things.
And I think it's important to note that all this does is make way for illegal abortions.
Completely.
And my concern is the health and wellness of, my female friends, as they seek this as a need for a solution. So if they have to cross the border or if they're doing it on their own means, I just worry about the implications of that.
I like the idea that it was leaked because I want to know who did it. Like, if the right leaked it, they would do it on purpose. If the left leaked it, they would do it on purpose. They can both benefit from the leak if they know how to sell it.
Yeah. Who do you think leaked it, John?
I would believe it was a court clerk for one of the liberal justices, because if there's enough public backlash, maybe the court would feel pressure to tone it down. They have no history of ever doing that, but I think that is it's a last-ditch effort by the thing. And there is a lot of pushback. There was a rally here in Fort Lauderdale last night at Esplanade Park that was quickly thrown together. I was there to cover it for SFGN, and the people who were there were passionate. Unfortunately, they're not one of 9 votes.
Wow. Peter, what do you think about this?
Well, all I know is if they do ban legalized abortion, then all these abortion doctors are going to be making a lot of money in cash.
That's just scary stuff,
They
Again,
will have underground clinics. They will have.
Yes, listen. I don't think that anybody that's not a woman should make any decision on what a woman can do with their bodies. Okay, I will sit here with you boys and say that I did have an abortion at a young age, and I knew that I could not keep that baby for its well-being, for its future. I was in no place to take care of a child, and I don't regret it, and it was my decision to be had. I can't believe that someone in this day and age would not be able to have that same right, And just like Cal said, you're going to tell me what not to do. I'm still going to figure out a way to do it, and it's going to be unsafe, for sure.
Right. Well, I'm all for women having the right to choose whatever they want with their bodies, but I am against women looking at abortion as a form of birth control.
No, of course. Of course.
And a lot of women have that attitude. A lot of women have, I don't care if I get pregnant, I'll just abort it. I'm against that. I think
I would like to think that not too many people think that way, Peter. I'm not going to say that. I can't speak for all women in general, but God, I mean, there's got to be some kind of understanding there. There's got to, I come from the world where I think that you should have some kind of workshop or some kind of lesson before you even become a parent. Becoming a parent is like just, too easy to do, But again, telling a woman what they can do with their body is just a no.
And if there are any questions about that, watch the movie Vera Drake. It was amazing. And it was essentially about a woman who was giving free abortions when they were illegal.
Wow.
So that at least she knew that they were healthy, safe.
Right.
And I think it's also important to note that, this coming from the right or conservatives or whoever, and they spent the last 2 years fighting mask mandates, and, they didn't want to mask because they didn't want to be told what to do with their own body, has such a strong opinion on this.
But you kind of touched on something kind of scary, that this is going to set a precedent to other, issues that the Senate might try to control, like
What's
gay
next?
marriage.
What's next?
Yeah.
Like
What's
gay
next?
marriage. And it's funny because I have many friends that really don't think that that's touchable, that that's reversible. And I'm here to tell you folks, it is.
Sure it is.
Well, the
can
legal,
happen.
writing of this opinion guts Obergefell to the core.
Well, it guts precedent is what it does too. I mean, it just guts precedent.
Yes.
This court says there is no more precedent. We're going to set our own rules.
Yes.
Scary times. And I don't think this is the last that we'll hear about this for sure.
LGBTQ+ news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of